Today we're going to make some expanded metal mesh, and I'll show you how to do that now. We've made a template for a design here, which is here. These are the leftover pieces we've cut at the same time, and we're going to use those to make a expanded grill mesh pattern. We built a simple box, we just call it a press box. We've got the negative mold on this side, we've got a positive on this side, and then we have a piece of aluminum mesh. There is a top and a bottom, so just depending which way you want it. We like the shiny side, so we're going to face that down because we want that pressed out. And when we load here, we have an alignment tab. We push that in here and we go over to the press. So we're gonna put this big piece of metal on here, and what this is gonna do is spread out the load. Now we have like a 4-inch pad. And easy enough. You get a feel for how far you need to go. You don't wanna overpress it. If you try to stretch it too far, it'll break the metal. And almost there. All right, I'll come back up. And then we just move down the line. And then do it again. If you start inside, it'll tip real bad and it starts to walk. So if you start in the center, you gotta get a good press. If you pull out the mold and you realize, hey, it's not pressed enough, then you can always put it back. We're gonna go over here now. Keep your hands free of the press. Stability of a Harbor Freight press. We got one more. Pull this off, see what we got. Template's still there. When you build these boxes and put in little gaps in the corner where you put your fingers is really helpful. And then we got a nice pressed grill. And you've got these little ripples where all the metal is expanded. Once we cut this down, we'll take a pair of flat pliers and straighten them out. Then it'll fit nicely into the center section here. What we're gonna do, we'll put this in here, just kind of figure out where we're gonna start. Try and keep it square because obviously there's some space that you can kind of mess this up a little bit. So I try to find where my top line's gonna be and just make a baseline. Silver Sharpies are really good for black. That gets me a good starting point. I can follow along.
You're gonna go ahead and cut that edge first before the other one.
Yep, yeah, I have one finished edge, then it gives me a starting point for everything else. All right, yep, I'm happy with the way that is up and down. I'm gonna grab a pair of pliers and try to straighten out that little bend. The more material you have here, the harder it is to bend. I get this stuff through Metra. I've got some of the stuff from Amazon before, and it's okay, but I really like the way this hexagon stuff looks. I try to use the hexagon when I can. It just costs a little bit more money, but you gotta pay to play. So I'm just kind of going down one side, making a little mark. You can always cut off more, you can't cut off less. It's very sharp. Now we got two good sizes here. Now I'll take that corner off. Looking for sponsorships from Sharpie. The bigger the holes, the easier it'll bend. Amazon sells some stuff that's like a diamond pattern, and the diamond pattern stretches really nicely. I just really like the way this hexagon looks. And, oh, almost. No, I usually just use big truss head screws. If you look, like right here, it kind of cracked the paint.
Yeah.
We'll go back and we'll put some paint on top of it and it'll be all good.
Yeah.
Yep.